What's up guys, my name's Joe here, welcome to episode 7 of my Anchornon's playthrough of FM16. Now, it's been a while since I've last done an episode, so I did just rewatch the last episode just to see where I stood in this season. And we did finish off the last episode with a shock result really, beating Aston Villa 1-0 in the Cup. The Capital One Cup, of course, we're too early in the season for the FA Cup. And, it is a shock result because they're a Prem team, and even if they are one of the worst Prem teams, I believe they are last in this game at this point in time. It's hardly like we're promotion favourites beating a Prem team, we're relegation favourites if anything. And we managed to beat a Prem team, so even if they aren't the best team in the Prem, beating Aston Villa, I'm still very happy with that. So of course that means we advance to the fourth round, as you can see here, and I've just done the draw, and in the fourth round we will play Derby, which is quite a good result, all things considered. When you think we could have played Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, the top Prem teams, to get a fellow Championship team, and especially a team that are currently 22nd, and at home, I think it's quite favourable, and it really does give us a chance of advancing and really getting a good cup run together, which, is great for a club like MK Dons. So hopefully we can manage to win that, but we're not going to get that far in this episode. I think in this episode I'll play the Derby game, because we've got Derby in the league this time. I'll play the Derby game on screen, and then I'll play the Bristol City and Blackburn games off screen. I'll come back at the end of the games with a recap, say with the score and say whether it was warranted and stuff. And then I'll finish off the episode with a Huddersfield game. So there'll be 4 games played, 2 games shown, and hopefully we can really get into our stride and really, the last 3 games in the Championship weren't the most desirable results, 2 losses and a draw. So I just hope we can get a few wins under our belt. No one's really expecting us to do anything this season, when you consider the fact we're targets to avoid relegation. So we just got to solidify our position in the Championship really, so the more wins we can get towards the start of the season, the less pressure is going to be on us at the end of it. Yeah, so hopefully we can beat Derby, and I'll see you. So we're at the team selection stage for the Derby game. I'm not quite sure what team I want to play really. I'll see what my assistant thinks. So Cropper in goals, because Martin's injured, that makes sense. Hodgson right back, Thompson and Walsh centre backs. How injured is he? Returning to full fitness in 2 days. Not sure it's really worth playing a centre back with only 76 physical condition. See what else I've got. Matthew Upson maybe? No, I'll put Jordan Spence in. So Spence, Bakayoko left back, Diego Poyet and Carruthers as the 2 defensive, or centre midfielders rather. Powell on the right, Ben Reeves in the middle, Josh Murphy on the left with Simon Church up top. That looks good. Hopefully it's enough to win us this game. From what I saw earlier, Derby haven't had the best start of the season, which is quite a surprise really. When you think about Derby, you think about one of the promotion candidates at least. Generally they just have that kind of high Championship class about them, so to be in the relegation zone with the type of players Derby have, it's a surprise really. Normally they do quite well in my Championship saves, but it isn't that far into the season, and we're currently like 11th, so I guess the table lies a bit because no one really expects MK Dons to be where we are, but still, I don't want to be too pessimistic. I hope we can get a win from a team that's currently 22nd in the table, but I'm not expecting a win, is what I'm saying, especially after our last few results in the Championship. Though we did get a good result in the Cup, as I was saying, against Aston Villa, so hopefully we can push that form into this game and get a win. And we have a highlight here, 3 minutes in, and there, that's a good start, but it's off. Oh, I thought that might not have been a goal. I thought it was onside though. I was about to assume it was offside. The goal was disallowed anyway. Still, it's promising. 3 minutes into the game to put the ball in the net, even if it doesn't count, it's got to show we're doing the right things at least. And if you look at the possession, at the bottom. We seem to be having the lion's share of that 20 minutes into this game, which again is a positive. But yeah, I don't know what to think really about this game. It's the championship. You never really know where you stand until towards the end of the season, because there's so many teams fighting for playoffs and etc. And there it is. That goal does count. Daniel Powell, his 4th goal of the season from the right wing position. Not got the best technicals, if I remember correctly. But he's pacey and he's been playing well, so I'm inclined to keep playing him, especially if he keeps scoring. I think it might have been Reeves with the assist again, the assist maestro, who's been just getting so many assists for me. He's been crazy. Hopefully he can keep playmaking for us and setting up chances, and it appears to be another chance for us now as Josh Murphy runs down to Church, and that one didn't go in. Church also being one of the better players so far this season for us, top scorer for us, I believe. I'm not sure how many goals he has, but he's certainly been the best striker. But yeah, half time's approaching now. Not really much you can say when there's no highlights other than it's good that we're winning, and hopefully we can keep up. Another goal would be good just to have that 2-goal cushion, but I'm not going to get greedy. I was just praising Church, but I think I might bring Maynard on, mainly for the fact that he scored against Villa, so I think he deserves a chance. Spence, is it worth replacing him for Walsh? Just give Walsh some game time. And that's it really. I am normally quite inclined to make a triple sub at half time. It's one of my trademark things, but often it does backfire, so I'm tending to be a bit more, reserved. I'm quite hasty with my subs because I don't often pause it to make subs. I just do the triple sub at half time, and often that leads to injuries in the second half, and then you've only got 10 men. So I'll make the 2 just in case of injury. Ooh, and there it is, the equaliser. Bradley Johnson, centre midfielder, I believe. Might be thinking of the wrong guy, but former Norwich, I don't know. Whoever he is, just scored a goal. That's what's important. And we're back drawing. 55 minutes in, there's still plenty of time. Not sure whether it's worth changing my tactics. I'll put shoot on sight on. Just there's a phone going in the background. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's quite annoying. Anyway, hopefully we can get a result here. Well, obviously every result's a result, a loss, win or draw, but hopefully we can get the win, is what I should say, instead of that bland punditry. Oh, hopefully we can put the ball in the net. Oh, there is a chance here, probably due to me switching to overload, but I'm not so sure it's our chance, but from the looks of it. Oh, I'll get that. Yes, Bakayoko. No Bakayoko. Johnny Russell. A player I like very much, Johnny Russell. But it still hurts to see a player you like scoring against you. Bakayoko. I was just praising your pace, and then you just make that slow-paced pass, and I've really fucked this up. By going overload, I should have just, I saw that they were 22nd. I thought, oh, we need to be getting a win, and now it looks like as if we're going to lose. Though, there could be a last highlight here. Powell, he's through again. Oh, I couldn't quite get the brace. I thought I was in then. But it looks as if it's not to be. Another loss. Not really the game to kickstart our form in the championship like I was hoping. Unless we manage to pull something off here, but I very much doubt it. And there it is. 2-1 loss at home to Derby. Disappointing. See you after the next game. Well, I'm glad we didn't play that game on screen, because it was a very frustrating match, to say the least. Now, I've just given my team talk and said, I can't fault your boys' effort. You gave everything you had, and they're all delighted, but really, I am frustrated with the outcome of that match. Now, we had more possession, as you can see here, more shots on target, but we lost 1-0. And the most annoying thing, probably, was the fact that Josh Murphy scored a goal in the 85th minute that I thought was an equaliser, but it was offside. Of course it was, couldn't have actually got a draw when we deserved one. might have even deserved the win when you look at it. And the ratings of our players weren't even bad. It's not like we played badly. See, they're all sixes. There's like a 7.1, another 7.1 here. There's an 8.5, but they're mostly six and stuff. So it's not like they played amazingly. But wherever you find ours, I don't know. There, what am I doing? Anyway, our ratings are basically the same when you look at it. We've got probably even higher ratings than their players. We've got eights, just generally sevens and stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'm just kicking a fuss about nothing really. And they are higher than us in the table, and they were at home. But still, there was a few highlights, but it's one of those games where it's just like, oh, it's just gonna be a draw. And then they scored, and we couldn't really get back in it, to be honest. And we've lost again. So the first two episodes, two games of this episode rather, I haven't managed to kickstart our championship form. But hopefully I can do that in the Blackburn game, and then we can finish on a good note with the Huddersfield game, who I notice Huddersfield, going a bit off track here, but Huddersfield lost 7-0 to Notts Forest, followed by losing 4-0 to Wolves. So hopefully they're in a complete rout by the time we get to play them. We'll manage to get a win out of that, even if we don't beat Blackburn. But I'm just a little disappointed as all with the way the first two games of this episode went. But I'm not losing hope. You know, it's not like we're considered to be a great team. Anyway, even if we finished 19th, which is where we currently are, we would still be fulfilling our objective. But we had such a great start to the season, and we've just been on the downfall ever since. So yeah, hopefully we can manage to get a win in the Blackburn game, who are currently 7th, but let's forget about that, and soar back up the table. The Blackburn game just finished, with the final score being 2-0 to us. Hopefully this has turned around our poor form in the Championship. It was really the Ben Reeves show again. At half time he was on a 6.3, one of the lowest ratings I've ever seen him be on. And two other people on 6.3s as well. Well, one was on a 6.3, one was on a 6.4. Yeah, Josh Murphy and Sam Gallagher. So I took them both off at half time, but I kept Reeves on because I had faith in him. And I knew that he could really be a game changer, and in the second half he proved me right. My decision was vindicated as he got a goal and an assist to make us win 2-0. And finished off with a 9 rating, just proving what a great asset he is to us. Yeah, it was a really good result, really. Kept a clean sheet, which is always nice to see. Everyone did their jobs, everyone played well. It was just an all-round good result. There wasn't really a point in the game where it looked as if they were going to win. They got a red card, but it was in the 90th minute after all the play, so it didn't really affect the game. But yeah, as you can see here, more shots on target, more possession, less fouls. It's just really good to see us hopefully breaking that bad run of form we've had, and hopefully we can continue this. I'm not going to call it a run because it's one game, but hopefully we can carry this on to the Huddersfield game, who are now Huddersfield are one position above us, but their goal difference is much worse, so they're only a point above us, is what I'm saying. As I was talking about earlier, they have been smashed in their game against Notts Forest and Wolves, so hopefully their morale still isn't great and we can win, because a win could take us, all the way up to just outside the playoffs. So yeah, I'll come back at the team selection for the Huddersfield game, and hopefully we can win that one too and really even out this episode. See you then. So we've arrived at the team selection for the Huddersfield game, the last game of this episode, and hopefully we can continue in the vein of form we were showing in our performance against Blackburn and get another win here. In terms of team, Martin in goals, that's good. Hodgson, Spence and Walsh, because off screen I didn't mention this, but Nathan Thompson got injured. So he's injured for like a month or two, so he won't be playing, so Spence will have to do. Spence, Walsh and Bakayoko, that makes sense. maybe I might give Dudgeon a game, but Bakayoko hasn't done anything to warrant being replaced. Poyet and Carruthers, I think lots of people are probably low on fitness considering the small gap between this game and last game, but don't really want to disturb that partnership. Powell, Reeves, Murphy and Gallagher. I guess I'll play Church as well. He did get another goal in the last game. 9 goals is a great tally for Simon Church and for a player playing Frankie Dons, really. So hopefully he can score again, him and Ben Reeves linking up. And yeah, I hope we can beat Huddersfield, who are a place above us. So if we win, or if we even draw with them, if we win rather, if we draw, they'll still be a point ahead of us. But if we win, we'll go ahead of them no matter what. So that's good because we want to be climbing up the table, not for sakes of playoffs or even promotion or anything like that, just because of not wanting to be near the relegation zone really, and just want to solidifying us as a championship club. That's my aim for this season. I mean, playoffs would be great, but I'm sure you can't really tell with the championship. It's so up and down, it's so unpredictable. You've just got to try and get as many wins as possible under your belt and see where you go from there the second half of the season. Anyway, a win's always good, so hopefully we can get one. But I don't know, Huddersfield, they're just a typical kind of mid-table team, I think. But we're predicted to be relegated, so I'm not sure if we're a mid-table team or not. Certainly, I think some of our players could be higher championship players like Ben Reeves, who I'm really a big fan of, and our lone players like Poyet and Murphy. But if we were to get promoted with this team, we'd have to have a huge overhaul of the squad, and still I think we'd struggle. So it's probably not. I mean, this is a strange thing to say, but it's probably a good thing that we're not going to get promoted this season by the looks of it. But it is at the start of the season anyway. But my point is, if we were to get promoted, we would struggle to get a team that was able to survive in the Prem with the money they would give it to us. So we just want us to really solidify ourselves as a club. Obviously being promoted from League One last year, we need to just be stable really. But ultimately I want to win this game. Yeah, as I said, our players are not doing best conditioning wise because of the short gap between the two games, so I might need to make some subs at half time just for fitness reasons. If anything, I'm worried about players getting injured, but see if we can see this out to half time. Seems to be a highlight here. Are we going to score just before half time? Great time to score, as commentators always say. Poyet, there you go, Poyet. Oh, is that going to be a red, or is that just a pointless? I mean, maybe we're going to do something from the free kick, but Powell, cross it in. There it is, Josh Murphy, winger to winger, and he scores. Really liking Josh Murphy. It's a shame he's on loan. We might have to see about if we can sign these players because he's really done great on the left side. Josh Murphy and Powell are starting to become staples of the team, really. It's hard to replace my attacking lineup, these 4 here, Powell, Reeves, Murphy and Church, because they're all playing so great. It's just hard to want to make any changes in terms of people who are on lower ratings. I mean, there's no point replacing a centre-back when we're currently holding a clean sheet. No, you know what, I say that, I'll bring Carl McFadden on. He's just returned from injury, I want to give him a game. He's on a yellow, so it might be worth... No, I'll keep him on. Hopefully we can maintain this lead in the second half, and this clean sheet also, because that would be 2 clean sheet victories in a row, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but certainly bodes well. But anything can happen, especially in the Championship. I'm not going to rule out losing this game 2-1, even until the game's finished, because it's just that type of league. You never know what's going to happen. You can't take anything for granted. Yes, as I say that, it looks like they might have a highlight here. Ishmael Miller, I believe. Oh, I'm not even stuttering here. Hesitant to even commentate because if I say we get the ball away, it looks like they've got the ball again, and there it is. Sean Skinelli. That happened. Ah, off the post, and we couldn't get to it first. Seemed like it went in slow motion, and he just popped in to knock it in the net, easy as like. Now, as I was talking about winning, it looks as if we might be more likely to lose because they've got the momentum going for them now. But still, I think there could be a goal left in this game with half an hour to go. I've got a feeling there might be a goal. I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but I don't know. I might switch to attacking or change the instructions a bit just to try and encourage a highlight. Guru won all the last ditch attempts. With 20 minutes to go, hopefully this will make a difference. As I say that, there's probably going to be no highlights. Oh, this doesn't look good. I always get impatient and go attacking and it backfires more than I'd like. But they haven't scored yet. Oh, and are we going to go on the counter-attack? Nope, not by the looks of it. Oh, there you go. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, let's bring a centre back on at half time. Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen with that? Maybe we could lose our clean sheet, and then said centre back could score an own goal. That was a great substitution, really. And there it is, the third loss of the episode. 2-1, and we say they gave everything they had, and they're all delighted, but I'm not delighted with that result, especially considering that we were holding the lead at half time. But that's just the way it goes. I said it could happen. In fact, you could even say I predicted it. I said, oh, you might lose 2-1 yet, and then it happened. Not the best episode in terms of results. Result-wise, I was hoping for a kickstart, but instead we've just been dragged down and really struggling now when you look at this. When you look at how many red games there are here, it is quite frustrating, really. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode nonetheless, and if anything, enjoyed the rage. Oh, I'm not really raged that much. It's the early stage of the season, really, but it has been frustrating. Yeah, hopefully you'll come back next time and we'll be winning again, but I'm still a bit annoyed with that match, to be honest. Especially own goals. No one likes losing to an own goal. Anyway, see you next time.